Utah Congressman Burgess Owens introducing a resolution to the House floor looking to empower fathers across the nation. Listen.
When fathers are empowered to lead, love, protect, and mentor the children, entire communities are transformed. I'm grateful to my friend Jack Brewer and the Jack Brewer Foundation for their tireless work in restoring fathers to the center of the family, especially in our most underserved communities. This resolution is a call to action to support policies that strengthen families, encourage responsibility, and promote a culture that values dads.
And joining us now is Jack Brewer, evangelist and CEO of the Jack Brewer Foundation. It's so good to see you, Jack. Always good to see you, especially on this topic. It's pretty cool to get a shout out on the floor of Congress on a resolution, but it's the subject that I think is even more interesting. And Burgess Owens there saying he wants to see Congress do more to help families and fathers. What do you say to that?
Congress Owens and I have worked together tirelessly to bring these issues to the forefront. You know, we have 18.4 million fatherless kids in our country. So many of the bills and the different legislation has helped cause these issues over the past 60, 70 years in America. You know, after the Great Society, you know, they started to remove families, break them apart, give women welfare, promote a fatherless culture that really has had lasting effects on so many children and families across America. You want to talk about education and our reading and math proficiencies. Well, 71% of kids that drop out of high school are fatherless. You want to talk about poverty? You know, you're 4 times more likely to live in poverty if you're fatherless. You want to talk about criminal justice? You're 20 times more likely to get locked up in prison and jail if you're fatherless. I have classes full of second chance men who about 95% of them had no fathers when they grew up. And so this bill is so important. You know, Congress has to do more. We have to get local communities and local politicians to do more to advance, you know, fatherhood and promote fatherhood. We need people getting married in our country. We need families staying together in our country. These kids that are in our streets being knuckleheads, they need a dad that'll whoop their butt when it's time to whoop their butt. And so we're going to continue to promote fatherhood. This is Fatherhood Month, and we're going to stand on that. And I thank Congressman Burgess Owens so much for what he's done.
And it sounds like a big part of that is getting Congress out of the way in some cases with these very perverse incentives that they create for families. But, Jack, I got to ask you this as well. You had a federal judge approve a huge $2.8 billion settlement that paves the way for U.S. colleges directly to pay their athletes. You were a great college athlete at the University of Minnesota, played pro football as well for many teams, including my Vikings. You didn't get paid when you're in college, I don't think, to play at the University of Minnesota. It's a different world. What do you think about this?
You know what? I think it's a great opportunity for these colleges to stand for the student and student athlete. I think it's time to put measures on these athletes that ensure that they can get their education. I think it's time to be able to extend some of these scholarship opportunities. You know, when you're in college sports, you don't get the chance to go on to do, you know, a law degree or go on to be a doctor. You spend so much of your time playing sports. They should extend the educational opportunities for these athletes, put some deferred compensation in there for long-term health care and these different benefits, not just give these, you know, 19 and 20-year-olds, you know, millions of dollars to buy Maseratis. That's not going to help them. That's actually going to create more issues in a culture that's already fatherless, a culture that already needs direction. And so I think the NCAA and the universities have an opportunity right now to stand for righteousness, but we have to keep college. If you want to play pro sports, go enter the draft.
Jack Brewer, you know what you're talking about. Well said, sir. Thanks for being with us today. Good to see you.
Yeah, God bless you, man. A Skull Vikes.
Skull Vikes, likewise, man. All right, more Americans are turning to